Please mentor me.
Me.
We need your help.
We're working hard to meet the needs of our children.
Please reason me.
Me.
Please mentor me.
Mentoring is rewarding.
If I can make time,
If I have time,
you can make
time.
Mentoring only takes an hour.
Please reason me.
Me.
These kids need you.
Please reason me.
Together, we change lives.
Be a mentor.
Students of Purley Primary Center lined the sidewalk in front of their school for a lesson that could never be taught from a textbook.
Education is just more than learning about English and math. It's about teaching them about values.
Values such as respect, freedom, and American pride.
It's a flag and it means a lot to me.
9-year-old Benjamin Herbara, a third grade student, says there's a reason his handmade flag means so much to him.
Because I'm out here trying to see the policemen because of the funeral.
South Bend Police Officer Corporal Nick Palizzato was shot to death responding to a call at a local motel. Purley Primary Center lined the procession route that fellow officers and Palizzato's family traveled as they made their way to bury their fallen brother.
He attended our schools here. He is been a part of our neighborhood, a part of our lives here, and we just really want to say goodbye to him.
We all want to express our deepest sympathies to his family and co-workers.
We often have police officers coming to our schools and talking about safety and safety in the neighborhood, so the children learn that police officers are very important to us.
We care for them.
A message that is clear.
I just feel sad and happy because I'm out here.
Sad but happy, the same way many officers in this procession said they felt when they passed by Purley Primary Center. Emotions, some believe somehow Mother Nature was showing on this day as well.
There's a reason that the rain is coming down the way it is right now. We're not the only ones crying.
The students are very excited. They are a part of this tribute to him.
A difficult lesson outside of the classroom, but a lesson which the staff here hopes the students will remember for life. For South Bend Community School Corporation, I'm Judy Lykowski. On Tuesday, April 17th, the Clay High School Air Force Junior ROTC program hit a monumental milestone.
Thank you to orders.
A milestone that most high school cadets rarely witness.
It is my honor to introduce today Lieutenant General Kelly, Air Mobility Command Vice Commander.
A visit by a 3-star general and his high-ranking entourage.
For a 3-star general to be here, just in South Bend, period, was amazing. Because, you usually see him in like all these big cities and stuff, for him to come to South Bend, Clay High School, was a humongous honor.
Lieutenant General Christopher Kelly from Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, was here on a mission. That mission to present Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Brittany McGee and Cadet Major James Wagner with the highest junior ROTC honor, the Gold Valor Award.
Just shaking his hand, I was like, it gave me goosebumps, of excitement.
What earned these two men this distinctive honor began on this roadway one cold, wet October night. When they were on their way home from swim practice, their teammate, Nick Buzitz, was behind the wheel.
That curve over there is really sharp turn, and all of a sudden it just went out of control and went to the left. I tried to overcorrect it. I had the brakes on and the ABS kicked on it, so it just kept sliding. I just hydroplaned over the edge.
Damn, next thing I know, we're crashing, and then the whole cabin's filling up water.
I remember we hitting the bottom of the embankment and flipping over. The cab just went black because all the water just filled in real quick.
Next thing I know, I wake up and I'm in the water under the seat, gasping for air.
I was down there and I took off my seatbelt and I just started swimming because you couldn't see absolutely nothing down there. It was just like pitch black. I just swim and I swam. I was basically fighting against the current. When I came up, I was dead in the middle of the river, so I was out there. But thank God I was on the swimming team because you knew how to fight those currents.
When McGee and Wagner realized that Buzis was still underwater, they returned to the truck, broke out a window, and pulled him to safety through the window.
I am really surprised that all of us made it out safely, and with minor cuts and bruises. I am really grateful that we did. I credit them with my life. I am grateful. for everything that they did. I'm glad they are getting honored. I think they deserve it.
And to receive this is a true honor because they're so rarely given out to a cadet.
His actions reflect great credit upon himself, his family, the Cadet Corps, and Clay High School.
The award recognizes the most outstanding voluntary acts of self-sacrifice and personal bravery involving conspicuous risk of life above and beyond the call of duty.
James Wagner has been awarded the Air Force JROTC Gold Valor Award for actions of personal bravery. Congratulations.
It's an honor to have this, but even without the medal, it was still, saving my best friend's life. That's always gonna be with me.
They had a bond already, but like after the accident, I think that bond expanded and wrapped me and brought me into it as well. We all feel very closer, than ever. So it's definitely a sense of brotherhood in between us now.
It's very common for teachers to be able to, or have the luxury to pull the door closed and teach the students the way they want to teach them and not have to interact with other teachers.
A practice that has happened traditionally for decades. Teacher Denise Martin admits that was the norm.
I was used to coming in my room, doing what it is I need to do, I want to do, and I see the best.
A teaching method that teacher Devetta Myers says left her little to no time to do anything outside of isolated planning.
It was very rare to speak with anyone outside of the English department.
And left little to no time to really get to know the students, which is vital in helping them succeed, especially at the freshman level.
We have over 1,700 students, and they seem to get lost in the shuffle when they're not really monitored.
But thanks to the implementation of small learning communities through freshman academies, South Bend Community School Corporation freshmen now have a safety net.
We knew that there was a significant need.
A need for change that would boost the graduation rate for this urban school corporation's 4 high schools and improve attendance.
January of 2005, Washington established a pilot program with which had 4 teachers on that team.
And since that time, Byron Sanders, the assistant principal at Washington High School, says the Small Learning Communities initiative has expanded to the school corporation's other 3 high schools, where freshman academies were established.
But you establish parameters for teachers to be able to engage in quality conversation about students and to also provide the opportunity to collaborate about quality teaching and learning.
Okay, so there's nothing else we can do on co-teaching with you?
Which happens through teams.
That just sounds like another job to do. But once you lay the groundwork for that, it's actually easier.
Janae Seuss of Clay High School is a team leader. In small learning communities, each member of the team teaches a different subject to the same group of freshmen.
Each team is very different throughout the 4 schools and within the schools, and that's the beauty of it. It is not heavy-handed by administration.
Seuss and many of her colleagues say not only do team members benefit, so do the students.
It's holding them more accountable for their grades and their setting standards for themselves and what's coming down the road for them. Nobody was really paying attention to that before.
We try and catch them before they fall through the cracks.
And so it provides insight into the students. I believe we get a chance to know them better.
They don't get one voice going home about a problem. They get 6. And each teacher is saying the same thing. The parents know.
Not only is the program helping disciplined students, but there could be a link to why statistics for attendance and grades have improved for Washington High School's freshman class.
We are seeing students improving their academic performance, and we're seeing students who want to be in school.
Susan Pantoja, an English teacher at Riley High School, says before there was no cohesiveness for freshmen.
These kids didn't follow each other from class to class each day. And in this way, the teachers are able to identify at-risk students, and we can all get there at the same time. It's not like one teacher watching anymore. It's like all of us are, and it helps. We've had a lot of successful interventions with students.
Amy Gerchowalski, a special ed coordinator for Pantoja's team, says the small learning communities approach benefits special needs kids as well.
Before small learning communities, we had our own classrooms when we pulled out all the kids. This year, especially with the laws changing in Indiana, we've put all the kids out into regular classes, which has helped a tremendous amount in the change in behavior in some of the kids because they know they're out in general ed classes, so they don't feel like they're special ed kids as much. And we're seeing the quality of work going up. which is our goal.
Another bonus, she says, general ed students see her as just another teacher in their classes, so her students aren't necessarily identified as having a disability.
Now my teacher record kids know I'm their special ed teacher, but the rest of the class does not know that. They know that privately.
Ann Costello, a Washington high school teacher who helped pilot the program, points out another positive.
All of my freshmen this year are taking freshman English for the first time. In the old days, before the freshman academy, anywhere from a half to 2/3 of my classes were repeating. But this way, they're all true freshmen.
Freshman Academy teachers see a prosperous future for the growth of the program.
Really, in the next 5 years, I'm hopeful that we will have even more collaboration, where we can do team projects more, where the students would see more crossover, cross-curricular crossover.
As early as next semester, we're hoping to pilot gender-based classes, so we're going to split our team into boys and girls.
To me, I've heard some of last year's freshmen say that I miss being up here, I miss being on a team, So they do miss it because they get that individual attention. I think every teacher should do that.
A similar concept, teacher Lori Moore says, is already in the works.
Their sophomore year, we're starting a career pathway. So we're having kind of a smaller learning communities that'll be starting their sophomore, junior, and senior year, and that'll be starting next year.
When it comes down to it, monies will run out, and being able to make this program last is key.
I'm happy with it. I wouldn't trade. I'll do it even when the grant runs out. I don't care. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I like it.
Personally, I don't think that it would be best for the students for us to go back to the way that things were. Primarily because I know that we know the students better this way, and I know that we can provide more of a safety net, especially for freshmen.